Okay, I just spent like who knows how long trying to figure out how to turn on this stupid mic. But I finally got it. Yippee. Okay, so today I'm going to be trying to the I'm going to be trying to judge which cameras are the best for keeping Springtrap in FNAF 3 or Five Nights at Freddy's 3 if you're old enough and if you're old and you don't know what it is. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. Sorry if the mic sounds kind of bad. I don't really know how to work one of these. Uh, Hopefully it sounds fine. But my voice isn't really meant for like microphones, so it sounds the same with or without a microphone. I assume so. Alright, so let's just take the ones that we know are not gonna work. No chance at all that you're keeping Springtrap for the whole night in one or two. There's just no way. There's a so there's actually a reason why you can't do this, and it's because of the errors. I'm holding the mic right now. Okay, hopefully this works. I had to move the yes, okay. Wow, I'm not prepared for this. Okay. So basically the reason why these don't work is because of errors. That's the main reason why these don't work. If those didn't exist, these would be perfectly fine. But okay, so yes, you can seal this vent and you can't go through there. That's fine. That's good. But the thing is, you know, you lure him here, you lure he goes here, you lure him back here, and that's fine and all. But then you get an error. So you have to go over here to reboot, and then Springtrap can just waltz over here without you noticing, or maybe you did. And then when you go back here, by the time you've already gone there, he's already like at your panel. So that's no good. And then one is obvious. It it this is one is only good when it's the end of the night and he's there, but you still have lures, so you can lure him there. That's like the only thing one is good for. Next is three. Three's kind of a similar situation. Um, but the thing about three, there are two reasons why three is actually worse than two, and it's because one, three is actually, I think I heard this somewhere. I can't 100% clarify this, but I think three is mostly the same as two by the fact that the Springtrap can actually jump to your glass from three. That's reason number one. Reason number two is obviously because of Mangle. If Mangle gets you an audio lure, that's pretty bad since that's the place you're trying to keep Springtrap. It's a similar simulation, some situation with I can't speak. It's a similar situation with Camp 8, but we'll get to that. So three no go, two no go, one no go. All right, next is four. Let me get a nice crisp orange. All right. Four is actually a pretty decent spot. The reason why it isn't higher is because of where four leads to. Like, obviously, four can. A lot of this is mostly guessing on where it can go because I don't fully understand the AI, but I'm pretty sure last I checked, Springtrap, while he doesn't really want to, I'm pretty sure he can go back to five. Not 100% sure of that. I know you can lure Springtrap to five from two, but like, he can't really move there naturally because he's right next to your glass door. That's kind of obvious. So the reason why four isn't higher is because it leads to three, and three is just two, and two can lead to your glass. So therefore, three can lead to your glass. That's not really good. Now I think four can go to five, but that's still not really justified. So four, it's better than these three, but it's still not very good. So just at least there are no phantoms there. I accidentally changed the color. Whoops. Next is five. I actually really like five. It's a really good spot to do it, so I'm gonna color it. blue. It's gonna be a nice blue. What opened? Oh, I thought something opened. 5 is a really good spot. 5, the reason why 5 is so good is because Springtrap has 4 things he can do from 5. And you can actually tell when he goes in and out of 5 because the quote unquote anxiety sound, as I like to call it, plays. It's that weird high pitched thing that plays whenever he's in this area. So if you don't know, this weird high pitched area plays whenever he's in cameras 1 through 5. I call it the anxiety sound, so that's what I'm going to call it. So you can know whenever he leaves to one of these things, or you can know if he goes into the vent or to 4 when the anxiety sound stays or if it leaves. Now, this kind of sucks because Phantom Freddy, the big douche with the hat, uh, he kind of starts the anxiety sound. He can kind of start it on his own, which kind of sucks. So he can kind of mess you up, and he has messed me up. So that's kind of bad. So 5 is good. I usually go for 5 when I'm not nervous and try doing these. But yeah, 5 is pretty good. Same for 8, but 8 has a special problem with it. So 5 and 8 are functionally the same, mostly. 8 is good because it can lead to 5, which starts the anxiety sound, so you can know when he's gone to 5. So that excludes the need to fix your camera errors as much. But he can also go into these. This is the closest vent he can go into. Actually, no, wait, never mind. They're both the same thing. Never mind, never mind. But he can also go here to 6, and he can go back to 7, and in the vent. And if that's closed, he can loop, which is pretty cool. But the thing with 8, right, is because it's got the puppet. And the puppet's probably the most annoying one. Because the puppet stays on your screen for like 17 seconds and makes everyone more aggressive. So it's not really that good. So yeah, and Puppet can just kind of attack you whenever it wants. So yeah, not the best. Now we're gonna go to 6 and 7. I've heard these are the best. I'm gonna judge them right off the spot. There is no script. I have no idea what I'm gonna say next or what I said before. I forget everything. Um, I think 6. I think 6 is a better spot to do your lures than purple. What? What do you do purple? I think 6 is a better spot to do your lures than 7. Because 7 is further, right? You always want them further. Well, not really, because 7 has this one vent, and it's kind of bad. And while that normally wouldn't be bad, there's also another thing that makes 7 worse. And it's the fact that Chica goes there. And it's not really that good. So, but you can also use the reason why I like 6 is because you can use audio to determine whenever he's moved there. So if he goes in, so it doesn't play the anxiety sound whenever he goes here. Whenever he's in 6, it doesn't play the anxiety sound. You can know when he's entered 5 whenever the anxiety sound starts playing. You can know when he's entered 7 whenever you just hear footsteps, but no anxiety sound. And from here, you can just track him without the cameras. If he walks again and you don't see him at 6, he just went to 8. And if you hear another footstep with anxiety, he went to 5. But if you hear a footstep with no anxiety, he either went back to 7, and if you don't see him at 7, he went to 9. A lot of talking. Let me just undo that. Very messy. So yeah, 6, probably one of the best ones. But a lot of people seem to really like to keep them in the back. And that's what gets people killed the most. While they are good spots, they're not actually very, very, very good. So I'm actually gonna make I think I'm actually gonna choose 9 as orange. Because while yes, he can only go to 3 spots, so then 8 and 10. If he goes to 8 and you happen to get unlucky, you can get puppet, and that's bad because you can't do anything for 17 seconds whenever you get stalled by puppet, and that's not good. And if you didn't close the vent, he just goes straight to your side, so that's nice. That's very nice. Of course, if he does do this and it's the end of the night, you could just lure Cam 1, which is a nice breather. But if you don't have it closed, well, too bad for you. You're gonna die. Sucks for you. Now, 10 is pretty good, but it's not as good as 6. Now, the reason why this is again, the vents. Now, obviously, he only has 2 places to go. He can either go to the vent or he can go to 9, but this still isn't that good because, the reason why this isn't as good is because you can go to 9 and then in the vent, and if you have this one closed, you can't really react to closed events in time, basically. Like if he's in 10, but you have 10 closed, and he happens to move like at supersonic speed and go into the 9 vent, you have like no reaction time to do that. Like if you're rebooting something and he goes from 10 to 9 vent, you're basically done. It's game over for you. So that's my opinions on the best cameras. The worst cameras are 1, 2, and 3. The mid cameras, I guess you can call them, are 4 and 9. The good cameras are 5, 8, and 7, and 10 as well. And the best camera is 6. That's my choice. Stupid threats. Alright, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say. See ya.